I used to think if I couldn't make dreams come true, I should just let them all go. When life seems impossible, look from a new angle. Change just one little thing. When life feels intolerable, find your true source of love. Concentrate, focus on love. Center and focus on love. Dedicate, focus on love.
How's it going? Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm in the Santa Clarita Mountains on a beautiful walk. It feels so good. It's nice. Furthering my R&D for the sunscreen. Waterproof. It's thicker so we could get more, and I think it's a 35 getting it tested. So I'm just testing it out on a nice sweaty walk. What's going on? I have not made any videos and I haven't been online. What's going on? How are you? How are you doing? How is everything? I hope you're doing good. This is a tough time of year when it starts to come family time, right? Those of us who know, sometimes family can be difficult, right? So these holiday days are not always of cheer. They're not always of great time. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's reminiscent. And sometimes it's just outright depressing. And so I just want to remind you to make sure you make time for yourself and go take a walk when you need a break. Make sure you stay in touch with your emotions during these times. If you have volatile family, do not bring up topics that you know is going to trigger people. Make sure you just keep cool, save yourself. Save yourself. Give yourself CPR in these days. You got to make sure you don't get triggered and you don't be a trigger. Don't trigger anyone. Just be cool. You know how they are, right? I want to talk about something. Those of you that are thinking about creating your will, please be careful who you decide to make as your executor. This is very critical because I am dealing with a case of an executor that did not disperse the last will and testament of her loved one to the beneficiaries. She hoarded it. She stole it. And she did not give any information to the beneficiaries of the loved one's last will and testament, treating the beneficiaries as if they did not love that loved one, treating them that loved one had no say, even in his final day. And I just want to remind you that when you're gone, you're gone. And who you choose to be the executor of your will makes a huge difference, because you want to make sure that the loved ones that you have something for, you want to make sure they're going to get it. Don't you? Make sure you are extremely scrupulous on who you choose to represent you on your final day, in your dying day, and will execute that, because people steal. People will not follow through. People will not be responsible. And the most difficult job, when a person dies, I was the executor of my father's estate. He had 9 children, one of which had passed away, and 2 he had not included in his last will. So there was 6 children that I needed to make sure received his last will and testament. And it was everything in my power to make sure that it was carried forward in a timely manner, responsible manner, and with respect. I followed all the T's and P's and Q's to execute my father's last wishes. Because why? Number 1, I respect him. And number 2, my beneficiaries, his beneficiaries, loved him and they deserved it. So I wanted to make sure that I upheld his last wills and testament, and I followed through for him. It was the least I can do. And because I made the commitment to my father, there was no way I was going to go against him. The person that I'm speaking to, it was her husband, and she did not follow his last will and testament. She did not fulfill his needs or his desires for the loved ones he had. She did not respectfully uphold his last will and testament. And she denied people who loved him very much what he wanted for them. And that's horrible. It's painful. It's despicable. And it's despicable to the dead. So please, those of you out there, if you are an executor of a living person that you know you are going to have to execute their last will and testament when they pass, please take it seriously. You take it as an honorable job, as if you are going to be protecting the documents for the president. That is sacred documents that you need to fulfill, and you have a very, very, very serious and important role in following up with your loved ones' last will and wishes and fulfilling the beneficiaries' desires, right? It's what was given to them and they would like it, and they loved him and they deserve it. Why? Because he gave it to them. Don't steal from the dead. Don't steal from the dying. You will pay the price. It will be ugly. I'm watching it go down. It's ugly. It's ugly. Please consider it. If you are going to try to pick an executor of your next will, please be extremely cautious. Know what you're doing, and make sure you observe your loved one. I don't care if it's your wife, your sister, anyone, because your wife might not respect your last will and testament. She may not respect your wishes and may dupe and steal your last. Will steal it. Okay? It happens. It's happening me. It happened here. It happened to the beneficiaries of my family. It happened. And I'm just telling you, it's ugly. Really ugly. And as I prepare my own will, and I honestly do not have an executor. I have not chosen an executor. No, not yet. No, because it's that serious. You understand what I'm saying? That's right. Please take your life and your afterlife seriously. And the people that you choose to represent you and fulfill your last wishes as your time spent on this earth, please be careful and choose them wisely, because they are going to be the ones representing you. You. Okay? God bless you. Stay safe. Stay healthy. You're alive and well, thank God. If you're watching this, you're alive and well, thank God. And if you're planning your will, take that advice. If you are an executor, take your job seriously. Step up your game. Okay? Be proud. And it's an honorable position to be executor of a will and an estate. It's an honor, a true honor. So take that role personal and take it serious and respect the person who asked you to tarry forth, because they really want you to do right them. They want you to do them right. Okay? Got it? Executors, be good. Those of you working on your will, keep working on your will. I'm working on it too. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. Be careful out there. Okay? See you next time.